Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is a university Q&A. I watched these questions get answered over on Caitlin Rose's channel, I'll link it down below. And I thought it was a really good Q&A and I really wanted to have a go at answering the questions myself. I thought it would be really useful for you guys, so hopefully you enjoy. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit the thumbs up because it really supports my channel, and I post 3 videos a week. Where's my phone? There it is. Kinda need that to answer the questions. Okay, so the first question was, do you have any tips for Freshers Week? And yes, I have many tips for Freshers Week. My Freshers Week was such a fail. I was like really secluded. I didn't really go out and do that much. And yeah, I do regret it. So my first thing would be like, act confident, go up and introduce yourself to whoever you can, go to as many like socials as you can, because Freshers Week is just about like meeting new people. It doesn't matter how many people you meet, obviously the more the better, and you haven't really got any work or anything to worry about at all in Freshers Week, which is really the only week at university where that happens. So make the most of it. What I would say, like, number one tip is don't expect people to come up to you. I had to, like, in my university halls, I actually had to go up and knock on everyone's door because everyone was just shut in their bedroom, and kind of get them to come out, come have a cup of tea and like get to know each other, because obviously they're going to be the people you're hanging around with the most all year. But yeah, my biggest tip for Freshers Week would just be to make the most of it, have fun, and don't take yourself too seriously. So the second question is, what university do you go to? Most of you will probably know this because I talk about it all the time, but if you're new, I go to the University of Greenwich, which is in southeast London. It's like 10-15 minutes on the DLR to like central London. It's just the other side of the Thames, so it's super like central, but you still get kind of the laid back vibe because it's only very tiny. It's such, excuse me, it is such a student like area because I mean it's the biggest thing there, and it's the #1 for events management in London, so it's a good place for me to be. I really like it there. The building is so gorgeous and it is right on the Thames, so you get a great view. Not that that's like the most important thing about choosing a university, but it was definitely one of the selling points for me. So the next question is, what should you expect and how is uni different from secondary school? So for me, because obviously if you're doing something that you've already done, so pretend that you're doing history, you've done history throughout your whole education and then you're doing the final bit of it in university, so obviously it's going to be quite a big step up. Whereas I was doing events management and I hadn't done that before, so because I had done business and media, first year wasn't too difficult for me because like a lot of the foundations are the same, like there's a lot of crossovers, whereas second year was like, whoa. It's different in the sense that you don't have anyone on you saying like, oh, you have to hand in your homework, or oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's very self-driven, like you have to be very self-motivated to get your work done, and there are definitely more distractions than there were in like secondary school, so you kind of have to have your head screwed on. But yeah, take first year with like a pinch of sugar because you can still have a good time. I know it's a pinch of salt, but this is a good thing, so I'm saying pinch of sugar. But yeah, there is always going to be an expected jump up in like how much you have to do, but you also have a bit more free time. Well, I know I do because I only have 8 hours a week. The next question was for Caitlin Rose, was about psychology because she does psychology, but I do events management, so I just tailored it slightly. And it was, what are your favourite areas in events management? And I would definitely say corporate events. I love corporate events. I know they're kind of like the most boring events, it's not like festivals or music concerts or stuff, but I really love learning about them. And I also really loved like producing our own event, which we got to do in second year. That was really fun. Got a lot of teamwork going on, and like to just see something that you designed and like produced come to life is really satisfying, so it was really good. So the next question is, what is it like living away from home and is it worth it? I'm assuming this is for people like deciding whether to stay or like go to a uni far away. For me it was a very big question because I actually live in Bournemouth, and Bournemouth University is very good for events management, so it was quite the toss up between Bournemouth and Greenwich. In the end I did go for Greenwich purely because of location. I would have loved to stay in Bournemouth. I'm really close with my family and obviously my boyfriend lives here, so there were a lot of factors telling me to stay, but I was never going to be the girl who stayed for her boyfriend. Me and my boyfriend had only been going out for, I think it was a year, my first day at university, so I wasn't set to like give up everything and stay in Bournemouth. And I thought for events management London was definitely better for me. But living away from home is hard. Obviously nowadays it's a lot easier because you have FaceTime, you've got Skype, you've got instant messaging. It's almost like you are in the same room as them. It's great. But obviously it's not the same. You don't have home cooked meals, you don't get your clothes washed. So it is a big step up, like you gain a lot of independence. And it is quite good living away from your boyfriend for a while because you kind of see who you are as you're in person, and it helps you grow like a lot. You grow a lot at university. So I think going away from home, like living away, is like, what's the word? Is priceless. Like the amount you learn from it is just ridiculous, and I feel a lot more grown up having lived away from home than if I still lived with my parents. So the next question is, how do you make friends? And I've kind of already touched upon this a bit, but you kind of just have to introduce yourself. Like especially at the start it's very easy because everyone's in the same boat. They're kind of by themselves, don't really know what to do. They've all left their family and friends behind, well the majority anyway. So they're all in the same boat, they feel how you feel, and I think that's really important to remember because it makes it a lot easier to approach someone. So whether it's just, oh hey, can I sit next to you at lunch, or like if you're in the same lecture and you go, do you mind if I sit here? 9 times out of 10 they're not going to turn around and be like, no. So just do it. I mean, if they do, so what, go ask someone else. They probably weren't that fun to hang out with anyway. Another great tip is obviously always start with a compliment. Do it genuinely, don't just be like, oh I love your if you really don't, because they'll probably see straight through you. But if there's a girl and you really like her fashion sense, or someone's got really cool hair or something, just go and compliment on it. It's a great conversation starter, like icebreaker, and it probably means you have something in common because I doubt they have a hairstyle or a fashion style that they don't like. The next question is, how many classes do you take at uni? So I've just finished second year and I had 5. I might have had 6 because I feel like I'm forgetting one, but I can only remember 5, which was events, operations, production of events, corporate events, HRM, and research methods. HRM is human resource management. That's what it was. HRM and research methods was split between, so we did one on term 1 and one on term 2, so it wasn't 5 all at the same time, it was 4. We had one selective, so corporate was one I chose. You could also do like PR or marketing, but I had done marketing in first year, so I didn't really fancy doing that again. And as I said, I only have 8 hours of lectures a week, so I would go in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for like 2 to 4 hours, and then I'd have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, which was great because it meant I could go home for a very long weekend if I wanted to. I would go home on the Wednesday evening, or I can fit in a lot of work at the O2, which is where I work, which helped London cost a lot. It also meant you had loads of time to do like your extra reading and essays and exam revision and stuff, so it worked out really well. It does always feel weird because it's like a lot of money for 8 hours a week, and I think I worked it out to be like £60 a lecture, which was kind of terrifying because I'd be like, holy crap, I need to go in. So it was good because it kind of gave me a kick up the bum, but yeah, it's kind of expensive if you think about it. But then I hear people who say that they have like 30 hours of lectures a week, and I'm like, ugh, ugh. The next question is, what is the best and the worst thing about uni? I would say the best thing about uni is living away. I know I've already touched on this. Okay, so my camera just started, so I'll wrap up this very quickly. But for best and worst things of uni, best thing is definitely living away from home. It's like such a valuable experience, and you meet some amazing people because they all have a common interest, like especially the ones on your course, and they're all quite bright, so it's a good place to be. The worst thing is like the homesickness for me though, like I said. Like, oh, I guess it's the same thing, living away from home and living away from home. Says a lot about me, but as I said, I'm really close to my family, and my boyfriend and I are still together, so it's like 2.5 years later. So yeah, it's a struggle, but I'm really lucky in the sense that I get to come home quite a lot, and it has made me grow as a person, so it's not all bad. But yeah, that is it for this Q&A. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below because I post 3 videos a week, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!